What is the about of what life is about? Or to put simpler, what does about even mean? Now this is a very strange question to ask, but I also think it's a really fascinating one, if you come to understand it. Now, when you say your life is about something, it's usually the practice that you do for a certain matter. For example, your goal as a student would be to understand math or biology or history. But your life isn't in this sense about math, biology, or history. It's more about the disciplining of studying. It's about the delaying of gratification. It's about getting to bed early. It's about getting enough exercise so you can get those good grades. Now sure, on the one hand you may have this idea that you need to do those certain things, like getting a certain grade. But even when you tend to orient your life around a certain amount of goal or a certain living, the about of a goal is in fact about the practice towards pursuing it. This is also the thing that we come about to distinguish between content and context. Now, to put unironically, both could be actually potentially the same thing. It depends on what you tend to prioritize it. So, I gave this example of studying math would be about studying. But what is studying in itself about? Now, you could say, well, it's about developing discipline. It's about getting to understand other people. But then you could also say, but what is the understanding of other people about, or what is the discipline about? So it's almost like this chain that we tend to create in order to justify things and behavior. Now, when you talk about ideologies, for the matter of trying to bring other people to do something, it's not the idea that's usually wrong about something. Sure, it may be great to understand another person's point of view. But it's not about the idea and the thing that they believe in is right. It's about their behavior that they are not even realizing that they're actively pursuing it. They're not even realizing that there's an entire system behind it of controlling the things that you tend to desire. Now, I'm not saying this manipulation is conscious or not. Depends highly on the situation, but we certainly can say that our behavior is certainly influenced by our environment. This is also what I really love about this question so much. When you ask what is life about, it brings you automatically into a position of denying its aboutness. When you say your life is about writing, you bring the question even more further by not defining what writing is about. So it's almost like this eternal gap for the answer in the following answer that you are unaware of. In other words, you cannot be consciously aware of it, but it's almost a part of your conscious to justify it, of why you're doing it. Now, the reason why you tend to do things is not because they have a reason that we are consciously aware of. If everything that we had to do would have a reason, you would be easily able to answer it. But you know, sometimes you get those questions that are really personal and you don't even know how to answer towards the question why you do the things that you tend to do. So you can make an entire study why people do the things that they tend to do without even realizing that they tend to do them. But yeah, this is so much about the about of the about. Now, this is not the same as saying that life is meaningless. But if we would actually understand the meaning behind everything that you would think, this would actually make it in fact more meaningless. The more meaning we perceive of our own meaning, the less meaning it will have, and vice versa. The less meaning we have in the reason why we tend to do the things that we tend to do, the more meaningful they would seem to us, the more superstitious they will seem to us, the more our desire will have an actual mythical craving than to actually understand ourselves. And this ignorance is actually a pretty good thing. If we would lose all this meaning that we have within our life, there would be no actual desire between doing things. Now, of course, this can be also manipulated, and doing behavior that we are conscious about could be also really dangerous. But it's this unconsciousness that makes also so many things desirous and exciting for our life. And it can be used for the good or for the bad part. But yeah. Tell me what you think about this idea, and we could probably have a discussion about it. Thanks for watching.